Hello and welcome back to another Wednesday live stream, another paint and chat. I hope you're all doing well out there. This is our post-Adepticon from people who didn't go to Adepticon stream. With me, I've got the painter Flo. What are you working on today, Flo?
Hello, hello. I have got a box set I am working on.
Chaos Space Marines.
Ooh.
Good times. Of course, the disembodied voice joining from the ether, the warp.
From the lack of a body. Hello, everybody.
My moderator Paul joining tonight, hanging out.
Yes, hello. I'll be watching the chat mostly and just chiming in now and again.
Chiming in, talking about how good he is at Starcraft against our special guest tonight, Miss Naomi from Sword and Steel. Thanks for joining us again.
Thanks for the invitation. Hi.
And also wishing you an early happy birthday.
Thanks. And yeah, my birthday next week, and happy belated birthday to you.
Yes, thank you. My birthday was yesterday. So we're like, but Paul had actually brought it up. He was like, your birthdays are close together. I was like, yeah, we should hang out.
That's right. Yeah.
You recently had this really sweet Starcraft video. You want to talk a little bit about that and your awesome costume?
Thank you. I'm glad you liked it. I absolutely adore the game. Of course, I adore the miniatures. And I played StarCraft 2 just recently to get myself back into the groove so I could also remember how it plays and compare it to the game. It's done it really nicely. And the costume, well, I'm glad it turned out well.
Do you find yourself needing more Vespine gas?
Oh my gosh. Yes.
Yes, Jeremy, we are talking about the new StarCraft miniature game, and Patty's Parlor mentions your StarCraft costume was making the rounds on X.
Really? That's so
hopefully
cool.
in a positive way.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Of course it's going to be a
awesome.
positive way, because who could not like it?
I agree. It was like, I don't know how much time did you have to make it?
So I guess I wasn't certain what was happening for a while because they had to delay it a while, and I had a couple of months to know about it, but then I was like, is this still happening? Because I thought it was going to be in January originally. I think when I was on stream, I was hinting at it at that point, but I didn't actually get the models shipped to me because they had various delays. So it was just to try and work out the last little kinks in their stuff, because they always try for the highest quality possible, even to the people that they're giving it to early. So I wasn't particularly bothered by it, but I finished putting it together, and just when I put it on, I knew it was going to be something to put on because I had plans. I had all these things to learn for the first time, because I'd acquired, other than, really simple stuff, I had always acquired the really complex cosplay outfits.
Yes.
And this one didn't exist. And I was like, okay, well, what am I going to... they wanted to try Kerrigan, Queen of Blades, the best ever cosplay, and so I had to figure out something. So I learned how to do everything myself, and so I'm glad I had the 2 months because I certainly needed it. I
So
learned
you
how
had
to
bodysuit primarily. Were you painting it then?
Right. So I had a bodysuit that I had found that had her theme, and I improved upon it by painting it while I was wearing it, because might as well get my paint knowledge to go to work. And then the bodysuit, I crafted, because I have a 3D printer, I crafted digitally the spikes and all the spikes, every single spike that you see, the ones that are on my hair, on my face, which I learned how to glue properly to my face, and on the shoulders and
Did you
on
end up
the
using
hip.
spirit gum?
I did spirit gum
Nice.
for the first time, yes. And yep, it took a couple days to get it off each. All of the various.
You do know there's a spirit gum remover, right?
I have the spirit gum remover. That part actually wasn't that difficult.
Okay.
Sorry about the computer in the background. That part wasn't that difficult to remove. It's actually, I also used alcohol-based body paint for hands and my neck that had to be blackened to make it, and that doesn't come off that easily.
Yeah, you have to use the same alcohol stuff as a release agent as well.
Right. Thankfully, once upon a time, Sword and Steel sold body paint, and though it wasn't really a big local thing, I still had them. So I pulled out my body paint and used it. Not that I had much experience with it, so it was all a big learning process. But I also had to learn how to attach resin pieces to a bodysuit, which required sewing and glue gunning because I didn't have contact cement that would work. So glue gunning and protecting and I had to wear the outfit while I was glue gunning all of the spikes to my body so that they were in the right place. And I had to put foam underneath my bodysuit so I wouldn't burn myself during this. It was something. And my headdress, which is her tendrils, weighs about 6 pounds because it's all made of resin.
The tendrils, like the hair bits too?
I made all of those too.
What were those? Are those EVA foam?
No, they are resin. I made them.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, for the look, I thought they were resin. Yeah, I saw it. Yeah.
That's some weight.
That is some weight. I thankfully have I started to, I can't wear it for long. I have about an hour's period and then I have to take a break or like rotate it a little bit. So it's not digging into my skull. I'm still new. If I were to make it again, I would make it a little differently. But I was still a noob and I had to get it done.
That is the way of it. Never as much time as you hope to get. Just going to pull up a picture if I can move fast enough.
Yeah, you doing this?
I am.
Now somebody, Matthew asked in the chat, so I was going to put the link. But if you're doing the image,
You can put the link.
Okay.
I'm doing 2 more videos at least with the Kerrigan. She's going to be painting Kerrigan painting Kerrigan. That's the one I'm working on. That's what with the computer. Yeah.
Meta.
Very cool.
So painted bodysuit. I can't believe that. That is all resin though.
Yep, every single tendril. I got a
That's
wig.
badass. Look at that.
I got a wig and I attached every tendril to the pieces of hair in the wig because it was a braided wig. And then I glue gunned them there for extra measure. And then those spikes are actually attached to my face and head. And yep, that's my noob outfit. Imagine people who do this regularly would have gotten it done easier. But I did my best.
I think anybody would be quite impressed honestly. So the wings, how did that part work?
So, since her wings are so big and I was going to be doing all of this filming inside, I have what I intended to do for real wings. But since they're like 9 feet tall, inside a building is a little bit unpractical. So, I have those for like if I ever do future cosplay, the wings are not going to be too typical after all of this. But I decided I would get a 3D model of Kerrigan, learn Blender, removed those wings, make them move in Blender, reattach them through masking, having 3 levels of layers. One is myself, which I had to mask out in every single frame.
Yeah.
And then I have the second layer is the wings, and then the third layer is the background. And that was something I hadn't ever done before. But now, my gosh, after those wings, everything's going to be easier. So, and then also the wings, I had to learn how to track them to the back of my shoulders. So
Right.
that was one part of the longest parts of what I was doing was just to get those wings on. Darn it.
You just do all that in DaVinci Resolve?
Yeah,
Is that what you
yeah.
did? Yeah, so at least it has all of that stuff integrated because you can use
Frame by frame, I get to see it. Frame by frame, I made certain those were, and I've actually gotten better at from one video to the next. So, and I'm improving
Well,
with every video.
Yeah,
and the
well, those
costumes are working for a couple more videos as well, it seems. What were you going to say, Paul?
yeah, those were the screenshots Naomi posted on our Discord saying preview of what I'm doing, and they were the frame by frame. Yeah. So we couldn't. Yeah, we couldn't.
So is that frame by frame rotoscoping?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
We couldn't actually work out what she was doing, but we saw the end of the tendrils. And it's like, what you doing?
I didn't want to give it completely away,
Yeah.
so
Of course, don't worry.
I wanted it to be exciting when the final reveal happened.
Paul or Patty, yes, 100% recommend learning DaVinci Resolve 1. There's a free version of it, so it's easy enough to just pick up. And the paid version's like $300 one time, which already makes it vastly superior to anything Adobe puts out. And it is an industry standard product, so it actually is like completely legitimate. You can use it to edit movies. You can obviously use it to edit video.
You can
YouTube
do that?
videos.
Yes. Yes, DaVinci's the way to go for sure.
Superior program, bar
Oh,
none.
right. And I also learned voice modulation to try and
That's
emulate her voice. If you were to actually listen to the video, you would be hearing my voice that has been emulating Kerrigan. That was actually pretty after learning their wings, that was actually pretty fun to learn in comparison.
The downside is, to point out, as you said, at first I thought this was AI
Most
generated.
things are gonna feel like they're AI generated.
I know,
I have
it's
to
like-
admit, took me so darn long to figure out how to do the wings. If I had a little click, AI, just throw some wings on me, could you? But no, that had to be done the hard way.
Well, all props to you. It looks amazing.
Thank you.
You're saying you don't use Adobe products? I do. I still use Photoshop.
We are migrating away from them
Yeah,
as quickly as possible.
Adobe has just constantly been such a punishing experience to work with that I have looked for every possible opportunity to get away from it, and mostly offloaded it. DaVinci is just, again, like flatly superior, and then I'm looking into GIMP to replace Photoshop eventually. Not much option for Illustrator yet, but yeah, I'm also trying to convince my whole family to get off Adobe because they're they're really scummy company, and I don't normally like rage against the corporations, but they are ridiculous. So anyway, that's a tirade for another time. But yes, that does look super amazing. So and But overall, you are also enjoying the game. It sounds like.
Oh
so-
yes, I am. So all of the pain and suffering for that was worth it because the game is actually really nice. So, how in depth would you like me to go? Because I'm going to be doing it. Basically, I'm going to try to put my thoughts in the video of Kerrigan, painting Kerrigan, in between, you know, when you're painting something and you forget to say anything when you're on camera because you're concentrating so much. All of those periods, I'm going to be basically saying what I like about the game and what I think of it. But I think they did really well. I'm having a lot of fun. And then Tiffany, who is going to be joining me in the battle report that we're doing, which is the video that I'm putting out right after I've got the painting one done. We've already filmed it. We did it Sunday. And we both really enjoyed the game. She has less wargaming experience than I do. She's mostly just played Warhammer with me. But I've played... I don't know. I probably have forgotten half the games that I've played, but I played a lot of.
You stay busy.
I've played a lot of war games, and I find this one to be really nice. My favorite part is the movement and the way they handle initiative, which is the initiative is just super interactive because you're just going back and forth and back and forth and back and forth, and you can steal initiative every single phase. So not once a turn, you can steal it every single phase by basically going past before you're all done, and you hold position and then you steal it for the next phase. So in movement phase, you can steal it for assault phase where you're shooting or charging. And assault phase, you can steal it for combat phase. And then after combat phase is cleanup. But I really like that. And then I really like the movement. It makes it so fast. And the movement, deploy, and charge all use the same way. So it's just super straightforward. Oh, and the train. There's a lot I like about the game, but the movement, for all of you gamers, the movement is generally you measure one and then a shortcut. Technically, you're supposed to measure every single one, but you measure one, you put that ahead, and then it's a shortcut to just bring all of the other ones just behind that one. They're all technically supposed to go like 6 inches, right? 6 inches being the standard. Well, in this game, their movement is 4 inches would be the standard. You move one, and it would be called the leading model. And then in basically 360 degrees, you just plop all of the other ones down, however they may be. And as long as you're wholly within 3 inches of that first model, done. So imagine you move the model up and then you just grab them and just put them all around, and it's so fast.
Yeah,
I've always thought that's like the way to go.
Well,
It's
is it
similar
always
to-
the same leading model, or can
Nope.
it be?
Absolutely every single time you move, you just choose the model that you want. And that moves. So they do that for movement. They do that for charging. They do it for deployment, and they do it for combat phase, where you basically close ranks. It's what it's called. But you fix up your models so that they are closed ranks. So that the fighting rank would be the base to base, and then they've got the supporting rank, which would also fight. So you can move it, and it's all. The leading model changes to whichever one that you want it to be every single time. So it's not like in Star Wars Legion, I think it is. There was a similar process, but the leading model was always the one miniature that was the leader.
Right.
And that was nice. But this
that's
is
what I always
improved
thought, yeah.
upon that.
Do you think it's better
So-
to have like any model be the lead one for that?
It makes movement so fast. You know, in big games where movement, if you're waiting on a horde army, the movement is so slow. Well, the Zerg are a horde army, and it's fast, super fast, and I really like that.
Did you ever play the Song of Ice and Fire games?
No, I never.
It had tray movement, which was the first time I'd ever messed with tray movement. And it's still kind of skirmish. It's not so big scale like what you have with with 40K or something. But I remember moving just the tray up and going like, wow, that is so much faster than moving.
So
I just wanted the little stick and a monocle to like continue playing my game.
So I never played the game that you said, but I did, however, we got into, so for anyone familiar with it, my gosh, why I'm blanking on the name, Apocalypse. Warhammer put out Apocalypse templates, which would have been for the smaller size models, but they put out trays,
Yeah.
32 bases
Yeah.
and 25 bases and 40 bases.
I feel like
Well,
orc players kind of do
yeah.
that now.
Locally, we actually use those trays for regular Warhammer. I did a video a long time ago now with my friend Melody back when she was still part of the channel with Age of Sigmar, and I think we actually used them in that particular video. But we just used the apocalypse trays for rows of 25. So I'm familiar with the concept because that's what we did for Warhammer to make it faster.
Yeah.
But this one is like you just put one, you just grab the model that you want to go out, and you just, doesn't matter where they go as long as they're within 3 inches. It's great.
That seems to be pretty common, like the way gaming design, I guess, has moved toward. Because a lot of people were pointing out different games. I knew War Machine did that, but I guess Ravage Star perhaps and Warcaster, Warcrow all do the same kinds of things. So, yeah.
Yeah, I was going to say about the era of like GW doing Apocalypse. That was really good to get dice as well, which I did because I love dice. Because they had that box set of Apocalypse dice where it was a bunch of D12s, but a ton of tiny D6s, and they just worked for everything. It was great. Yeah.
How much dice? Do you have any idea how much dice you even own at this point, Paul?
Me?
Like, I get you dice every year, and I know you got some on your own.
Me? I don't know. Hundreds.
I could just see like him having a dining room sized table that's completely lined in dice, you know, where you could do like a resin pour over. Like, have you seen the bar tops where they have a bunch of pennies or whatever and they put resin over it? Paul could probably do that for all his dice and still have plenty to play with left over.
Oh, yeah, totally. I love dice.
Yeah.
I mean,
That's one of
Naomi
the cool
loves
things
dice
about
as well.
It's one of the cool things about 3D printing, not making your own dice, because I feel like that would invite too much cheating. But the movement trays are really, really fun. Now, are you ready to talk disembodied voice about some 40K stuff? Or GW reveal stuff?
Yes,
Dice.
I can do that. Let me look here.
Too many dice. Is that like a parody song? I think. But
It's like too many cooks.
too many cooks, too many dice. Exactly. So
No,
yeah,
they're opposite analogies. No, too many cooks spoil the broth. Too many dice are great.
That's true. Now, I don't know if you've seen the
random side note. We watched Weird, the Al Yankovic story.
Oh,
I'm
that's
just gonna say
fantastic.
it's amazing, and I highly recommend this very highly accurate documentary about his life.
That's right. It's very good. It has what's his name? Has kid that played Harry Potter.
Daniel Radcliff.
Daniel Radcliffe is in it as Weird Al, and it's great. Weird Al's also in it as a studio executive, but it's fantastic.
It's one of those movies where it's like, don't watch a trailer. Just watch it. Just roll with it.
And watch the totally accurate, not embellished in any way, history, true history of Weird Al's upbringing and his career in music.
It's just
great.
amazing.
JP says I've a dice vault like Scrooge McDuck. Maybe.
He just swims around. I feel like you jump into it and it's an unpleasant experience. It never works out like the cartoon.
Yeah.
So yes, Adepticon happened last week. Way more people in the chat were there than we were because nobody in this chat was there.
Yes.
So definitely share your stories. What was your highlight for Adepticon? Did you see the announcements, I assume, Naomi?
I did. Well, when you said we were going to chat about Adepticon, I was like, oh, I probably should go closer look. So I did look for some of them, and then I got into looking at pretty miniatures as you do. So, so yes and no, some of them.
So they kind of started off with the Armageddon Steel Legion mechanized army just concept art.
Just concept.
Mm,
And concept art at a 2-year timeline, which really screams like, I guess we forgot about Steel Legion, but the audience didn't.
no.
Quick, somebody sketch these guys out.
Oh, they look good.
Yeah,
They
there was-
do. I mean, there were some complaints about them having shoulder pads. What do some of the original Steel Legion look like, actually? Legion.
So yeah, I mean, they're bringing back Yarick. They're focusing everything on Armageddon, and so like, oh yeah, right, we should probably make these guys.
Yeah. I think that it is a bit of a saving face, maybe type of thing.
Yeah, it's
Well,
it's
I'm glad they did. I think it was the right decision. It's really hard not to see the corporate, like what happened behind the scene of that in my own head.
yeah, it's 50-50 because what
For
the
comparison.
Warhammer official
No
channel
shoulder.
like said, here's how to paint your Krieg as Steel Legion.
Hmm.
And then that got backlash. And then suddenly said, "Oh, by the way, we'll do Steel Legion." It's like, did you really plan that? Or
Right. So it may have been a recovery, but it got the right reaction because obviously you bring Yarick back. And I don't remember, did they actually discuss the lore reason? I watched the thing, but I didn't remember them saying why Yarick was back. I think it was all speculative.
Well, we will get to that a little bit later.
Oh my
okay,
So the next thing that they did introduce is Commissar Graves.
Yeah.
Boo.
Not a
Naomi,
fan, huh?
No, I like girls that look like girls, and she just just
What did I say? This my voice. What did I say when you first pulled that image up?
Yeah, that's true.
look at their school
Like, that is an
wear
ugly
body.
woman.
Where's her hips?
Where's anything feminine? I know.
Why is she wearing
don't
that
worry.
hairstyle?
Naomi,
Does she have
Naomi.
fleas?
They don't do this for us. Let's be real. It's not for us, okay?
No, it's not for us. Of course, it's not for us.
But yeah, that's I don't know. Maybe she has amazing lore. I don't know. There.
I don't know. When I was watching the actual event, I thought it was a guy at first.
Yes.
Well, why wouldn't you? This is new GW. You have to look really closely to figure out whether it's a girl or a guy.
they throw a helmet on. They're like, yeah, it was a girl the whole time, right?
yeah. I quickly glanced through. I thought it was as well. I thought it was.
Right.
Well, it's
What
like
about this would indicate anything else? Zero things.
it's the Black Widow movie. Remember where you had Task Manager, the
Taskmaster.
Taskmaster, the villain, and
Yeah.
it's clearly the stunt guy is a guy in a suit, and then whenever it gets to the reveal, like she takes off her helmet, and you see that it was a woman, and you're like, no, it wasn't. It's kind of
Yeah,
like that.
Yeah,
exactly.
I sent Miranda that at the time because I really liked the actress.
I have
who-
seen females in uniform.
Yeah. So
I've seen lots of females in uniform.
you can usually tell a difference, Jeremy. Just saying. And I know you know. But
I
don't
have
know.
been in uniform as I was a cadet for years.
Oh.
And
Yeah.
yes, you can actually tell just fine when they're females or males, even if they're back on, even if they're sporty. Yeah, you can tell.
Yeah.
Well, don't forget, now she also rides around in a sporty car.
Okay, the car's pretty cool.
Yeah,
Got a
I
bitchin'
do like the new
Camaro.
Astra Militarum stuff, like the half track. I enjoyed that.
So it's kind of an interesting sort of thing. They had the other vehicle or the other shot of it, kind of
Yeah.
in the opening.
No, that one looks pretty good. What was the name of it?
Vigilance.
Vigilance. Vigilance. So
Yeah, if you go back to that one, it doesn't actually say what it is on that one. Interesting.
No, it doesn't. But it's pretty cool.
But I named the file
Oh.
and I named it Vigilance. So
I like that
there
it
you go.
has a snowplow in the front to get rid of probably all the debris that they drive through. As you know, all you ever do is drive through ruins in the world of Warhammer. So, just saying.
Nice. So we can move on to.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's basically the base vehicle. I assume hers is just a built-up
Souped
version
up.
of this, right?
Yeah,
I like
yeah,
that
yeah.
one.
The Centaur
I like that
Prime.
one.
1 second, because as Chronic Tour says, this sounds like Conflict 47. And a lot of people have been saying that on this release, saying there's a lot of trucks with a lot of wheels and tank treads. So they're kind of giving it a go.
Maybe they think that Conflict 47 is going to get popular, and they were like, well, they might as well make models for it.
Yeah, like they're giving it a go, just throw out
No, you
loads
look
of
at-
tires and tank treads, and they'll come over to us instead of them.
No, you
Well-
notice the Imperial Guard have been leaning a lot more into just pretty straightforward World War II.
I
You
like
know what
it.
I mean?
Oh, the
I like the
creeds.
aesthetic, but it is interesting when you're like, what year is this set in again?
Yes, I agree, Thomas. That would be really cool. Well, the mechanized infantry stuff has kind of always been part of Guard. They retired out a bunch of the flyers and I think some of the vehicles. I don't entirely remember. I never had a whole lot of the vehicles, but one of the things about playing Guard is you play typically heavy infantry because they're cheap, right? And that's what you can use to get up on objectives, which I look forward to talking to a little bit later on with the 11th edition announcement. But it's also kind of a slow army because you're just moving your troops up like 6 inches at a time, and then they usually like get blown off the board before they ever get there. So I think they're trying to encourage more people to button them up into transports and spread the points out more, so you're not just lopsidedly leaning into all infantry armies, which is the way you win against like Necrons, for example.
Well, I wonder because at this point, I mean, you have, gosh, how many? You have the Chimera transport vehicle. You have the what's the one that came with their special forces? The Torox. You have the Torox,
Yeah.
which is also a transport vehicle, and
Mhm.
now you have the Centaur, which is
Yeah.
another transport vehicle. And it's like I'm wondering, since this is open topped, I wonder if this one's going to be more specialized in they let you
Fire
assault
out
out
of
of
it?
it, or
Or
and fire
assault.
out of it. Yeah, if it's a little
Well-
bit more designed for that.
That also speaks to some of the changes they're making with the 11th edition, with the rapid assault, or I don't know, the part where you exit the vehicle and fight right away. So yes, I think this is all with the idea of the next rule set to try and. It sounds like speed is going to be the name of 11th edition in a lot of ways, getting up onto places, and so this is the models they're selling to get you those tools.
So this one looks a little more modern. Looks like more of a modern combat warfare vehicle. But you
Ooh.
have the Hippogriff armored fighting vehicle.
That reminds me a lot of, oh my gosh, I only call him Alfred. It reminds me of a why am I forgetting the name? Is it
I am blanking on it.
8? There's a World War II vehicle that looks just like, and I actually drive it around in Octon Panzer. And
Oh,
I've forgotten what it is, but it looks just like it. So other than it's got an enormous turret on it, that gun is
Giant gun.
definitely not something that would normally be on a fellow of that size. But I really like the look of
Chat's
that
got
one too.
suggestions. Have a look.
Yes, the Greyhound. I think that's what it was. Yeah. Yep.
Oh, okay. Is that the only gun it comes with, or can you have different guns? Is this the one that had the 3 different options: the Melta, the battle cannon, and the Gatling cannon?
so yes, this has a few
There you go.
different options
Oh,
here.
you're right. It's a Hummer. That's right. It was the Hummer.
Was it like an A1 Abrams or something?
No, like a Humvee Hummer. Is that what you mean?
Oh no, that's a super big tank.
Or is
No.
like a Bradley? Because the Bradley's
Oh.
tracked.
well,
but it's-
yeah, it's wheels.
There's a I want to say a UN armored fighting vehicle that's 6-wheeled like that, but I am blanking on it.
Yeah, I don't think so.
I have the model here.
Jeremy
somewhere.
says close to the M8 Greyhound or a 6-wheeled Fox.
Okay, I bet it's the Fox that I'm thinking of.
I'm saying it's a great.
I've
That's not a greyhound. You can't put hardly any homeless people on there. So with the vehicle, this is the. Do you think so? They've been changing. I don't think that's just an autocannon on the front now, right? Like everything's its own unique special cannon now. Is it, so?
In
Do you think
the case of Lehman Russ's, yes, you are.
yeah,
right.
and so I feel like are they doing that here too, or is that just an autocannon with a stubber? Like
No, that's
mounted.
They said battle cannon in the keynote.
Really, that's a battle cannon.
That's a battle cannon
That
with a
looks so
stubber.
small.
Then a melta with another melta, so probably a multi melta and a melta, and then
It's got a
stubber
melta with a
and
bigger
Gatling.
melta taped to that.
Punisher Gatling cannon or something.
Okay,
Would be my guess. But
interesting.
I mean, I like the mechanized stuff. It's a lot of tanks to paint, and by that I mean it's a lot of
And a
tanks to
pistol.
paint.
And the guy's a last pistol too.
Oh yeah. Let me shoot them with my pistol.
I
I like
mean,
those.
every
I'm a
shot
fan.
matters. All you have to do is roll sixes, which again, we'll see how true that remains for 11th edition. But yeah, no, I like the new mechanized stuff. It looks cool.
You know what?
Everyone's getting a
Chronic
really
Toast is rolling with
pretty
it.
old for a model, so it might be
Mm.
answering someone in the chat.
So, if everybody likes these, apparently they're releasing the Battalion box set.
Yep,
Or you can get one of
that's a nice battalion box set.
Plus a lovely Rogel Dorn to boot.
Yeah, no, that
Yeah.
seems like a really,
Is
probably
That's
a really
probably
good deal.
gonna be a good deal. So 2 of the, what were they called?
So there's a Griffin, a Hellhound,
Hippogriffs. 2 of
or
the
not Hellhound, a
2 hippogriffs and a
Centaur.
centaur.
there you go.
Centaur.
I read
are-
the comment. Somebody was talking about a Hellhound in there. He was hoping that it wasn't going to replace the Hellhound. And I don't know if it can with that heavy flamer on, or that flamer weapon on there. I don't think anything's replacing it.
I don't know. Maybe. I mean, that's the only transport in there, right? The other 3 are just battle tanks. So we'll see.
They did add a little bit of orky stuff. New character.
I saw that orc. I like that orc.
He's got, I think he's just the Big Mac, right?
To answer your question, 50 character, I do not know what the price will be.
Oh,
but
I
usually, you do?
I know the prices. I had to pre-order all of this stuff already.
Oh,
What's
there
the
we go.
going rate for the battalion then?
Wait, nope, sorry. What am I talking about? I haven't had to pre-order that stuff.
Oh
I
yeah,
had
yeah,
to
yeah.
Pre-order other battalions.
Okay,
That's not
okay.
out yet. At least I think so. What did I pre-order? I pre-ordered a bunch, 3 different battalions. Now I'm completely
Oh,
lost.
goodness.
I've seen too many things.
There are a few
Was it
battalions listed in here. So
Yeah.
Was the Aid Warriors? Oh, they're coming up. Was
I
the-
no, I definitely didn't pre-order that because I'm going to pre-order a bunch of those because that's a very good battalion.
So does
Yes.
anybody have thoughts on our
That's
little
what I
orc buddy
play.
here?
On Wazdaka Gutsmack.
Although
it didn't-
apparently, no, I thought it might be a track on the back, but no, it's a wheel. I just see the chain drive on the
he's
back of him.
tearing across the universe. He just needs the blessing of Gazgul Thraka.
well, yeah, it's pretty much a Lobo.
This guy
Nature.
seriously made an impact. A lot of people love Mr. Croyle here.
Yeah, wasn't
Haven't seen that
sure
one really yet.
why. So he's Ordo Xenos, just this character model that they brought him in. He's got this unique gun and this creature that apparently hunted down to extinction, and this is
For the
literally the
last
last one that he rides around as a trophy.
Right,
Oh
that's
my-
why I liked it because it's some weird creature, and his character looks like someone who would sit on a really weird creature.
It
He
feels
looks
like
like
something out of
something-
Wizards or something.
He looks like something out of a heavy metal magazine,
Yeah.
like one of those illustrations.
Yeah, no, this is sort of elevating back to the old school, like the fun stuff of GW, and I think that's what a lot of people gravitated to. He is a zany character, and I think that one's going to sell out really well.
Right.
Uh-oh.
Look
We have
like-
we have the real question here.
I I don't know. Normal, I hope.
No, they're not normal.
Tentacles, I
That was
believe.
something that DJ and I were looking at when they put the picture up. I was like, Miranda's not gonna like the hooves.
No. It depends. That's not a horse, so I don't care.
Right.
Okay.
Right. I
Well, it's
completely
kinda
wrong about the
Georgie. I like
battalion.
that.
I finally found the battalions that I had to pre-order, and they were the Sons of Dorn battalions, the Imperial Knight battalions, and the battalion, and the Adeptus Mechanicus battalion. And seeing as the Sons of Dorn was in USD, since there's probably more USD people, 270 USD is the Sons of Dorn battalion. I'm assuming that that one is going to be somewhere between that and the Imperial Knights battalion, which was 210 in USD.
Okay. Wow.
That's my guess.
I could see it being close to $300 for that battalion.
Probably because it's all new pieces, so they'd be like, let's just do it. If they want it,
maybe
they'll buy it.
like
Yeah.
maybe it'll be like 220 or something like that, just because because you usually get a better deal out of the box set than buying all the pieces individually. Rogel Dorn is, I want to say, $70, $80 model.
Do you think they add a little bottom plate to the battalion box?
Am I the only human not bothered with stupid plate?
I'm also not bothered because when you're painting it, you can just put your fingers up in the robe.
Yeah, you just give it a handful. Instead of it flying out of your hands. Exactly.
All right, moving on.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah,
More
Intransia
gaudy
Frey.
sister stuff. Hard to go wrong. It's very on brand. I don't know.
I
anything
mean,
about
it's definitely
Intransia.
like
Well, I like that she's now like apparently all these thrones have names to them. Although the what is the tank, the Baneblade that Yark rides around in?
The Fortress of Arrogance.
Fortress of Arrogance. Okay, I couldn't remember if that was a throne or a fortress. All right,
Yeah.
so these are all thrones. Hers is great. It is the throne of blame.
yep.
Right. Because there was like the Throne of Justice or something like that.
Yeah.
And then this is the
It's-
Throne of Blame.
That's why she's pointing. She's like, it was that guy's fault.
I can't take that seriously, but then I suppose it was never supposed to be.
It's right. Like
I do like the style of
judgment. Thank you, Brian. Judgment and blame.
I do like the look of it. I immediately thought that someone with a good shot is going to just take her out. So I hope she wears her helmet.
I'm waiting for the smaller, simpler model called the Throne of Porcelain.
Oh goodness. No, she like it's I don't know, I guess I would say it's
Right,
like pretty
JP
much what
got
you'd
it.
expect.
That's who would go on it. Sister Incontinentia rides the Throne of Porcelain.
Oh, JP, always the best comments from you. I love our audience. We got some amazing
I do like her look, though. I like it. I mean, I
do
don't
too.
know whether it's practical, because could you imagine what it's like to ride in that thing as it's walking? I mean, you're just going to be tossed and turned all around, but...
Yeah, because it's on a walker, right? I mean,
Yeah, they're just feet that walk around. I kind of wish I had one of those now. I'd go to work in it. Just in traffic, just stomping around.
But I like it. I like it.
I do too. I feel like so much of the sisters theme is the audacity of it. It's so
Yes.
so I don't know, gaudy, and this leans into that. I agree. Thematically, it totally works. I don't know if I'd get that model personally, but I feel like it would be fun to have for sisters list. Does it have a force field? I don't know. We don't have void shield generators in this version, so I'm sure there's some involved
it
save
does.
of a 3-up or who knows, it's a sister, so maybe 4-up. She does look cool. I agree.
And so here's a new one for you. You'll be
So yeah, this is all
pre-ordering
Battle
those
of
soon.
Armageddon stuff,
Oh,
right?
did I put them backwards? Somehow I did. I think I put the orcs one.
Oh, the Armageddon. Yeah.
What are you doing there,
Those
boy?
I think I named them both the same. That's what it was.
Ah,
So there it is. So that's what you actually get. You can kind of look in there.
okay, so you've got more of the Paragons. Paragons?
Yep,
Suit?
Paragon
Yeah,
Wars.
Paragon suits. Well, these are the Paragon Paladin suits. Is that what they are?
Okay. And I'm seeing Repentia with the whippy leader girl. And
Arcoflagellants.
oh.
I'm
Okay.
pretty certain I see those. Wait, no. Sorry, those are novitiates actually.
Oh. the
Okay,
novitiates
yeah.
are more of a- I liked those. We had them from what Kill Team, I think, is where they
Yeah,
got.
that's where they
introduced.
started.
Yeah,
I
the
like them too.
novitiates are cool. I like the novitiates.
I'm getting to it. Super duper happy fun.
So, now to go back one, we actually have the battalion of orcs that are coming out as well. That are, I assume, supposed to be kind of a, I don't know if I'd say retinue, but they go along with the solo that you got, right? So you have this fast attack orc army that's flying across the board.
Speed freaks from Evil Sons.
They could be definitely an Evil Sons theme.
I think that's what
People would like to get
Job
those.
Mecca is, or whatever his name is.
I think they were created because they had so many deaf coptas.
Yes.
Fair enough. Yeah, and I mean, I'm really getting the feeling 11th edition is going to be mechanized everything or heavy
I
mechanization.
wonder if they're going smaller army sizes then, less hordes.
Oh, I would be very surprised.
Unlikely, but I don't remember them mentioning anything about that in the discussions they had for 11th edition. In fact, I highly doubt it because 11th edition came with the announcement of 70 new detachments. So
Oh my
I
god.
guess they're making new options then.
that was one of the things where they were cheering, and I was like, "Oh no!"
Yeah, who would want to go through 70 different detachments?
Like, some of us have jobs.
So the last one they had were the Death Watch, which are kind of the Ordo Xenos type anti-Xenos army, I guess.
Okay.
They're nice.
That was a nice little setup there. Got the little flyer
nice
guy,
little-
and but if you're familiar with Death Watch, it's just sort of more the same. I think. I don't know that they introduce any new models or anything that go in there.
I think it's just to get someone, starting. Just to give them something that looks cool because you got the troops and a flyer. So
Yeah,
definitely.
I saw the box. I was like, hey, look, I already painted all those guys. It's not a flyer.
I've been there, done that.
All right, so now we're addressing it here. The Return of Yarick.
Yes. The new theme is taking place on Armageddon, which means I assume if they're still doing the cards at all, it's going to be an Armageddon themed thing.
So this is. So what is this? Is this Black Library or is this the?
No, these are
What am
rule
I
books.
looking at? Just rule books, huh? All right,
Yeah,
for the
so.
Armageddon fight. So apparently, according to the announcer guys, him coming back has something to do with the Space Wolves.
Okay, yeah, I heard that too, but I didn't get any clarification.
Hey?
What
Buy
that
my
means, I have no
book.
idea.
Yart is there. If you want to know how I came back, buy my book. Available on Amazon.
Yes. So then they teamed up with Weta Workshop to create a 1/6 scale.
Oh, yeah.
that
Yeah,
Paul's
they were
excited
Oh,
pissed.
you want to lead the
Paul, why don't you tell us what you think?
Sorry, I really didn't mean to interrupt voice there. Sorry.
We're good. So what are your thoughts on this guy?
Well, I'm a Blood Angel player. I only do Blood Angel and Death Watch. That's it. And yeah, when I saw Mephiston come out from Weta Workshop, I was just like, you don't need a model of Mephiston this big ever.
I mean,
But
somebody
he's
does.
1/6.
Somebody does. I mean, yeah, somebody does. But just get the model and just paint it yourself. I mean, this is, I know, a narrow-minded opinion. It's just me, but like, it costs hundreds and hundreds of quid.
Does it?
Yes,
Jeez.
like the Abaddon one. I mean, I'd buy Abaddon over Mephiston, and the Abaddon was over £1,000.
Oh my God.
And
Wow.
Oh man.
He had to be bigger than 1/6 scale for that, right?
Abaddon was huge.
Although I guess
And-
1/6 scale for a Primarch is, how tall does that make him?
Yeah, exactly.
Because I think of 1/6 scale for like a normal human, but I guess these models are kind of bigger than what you would think of as a 1/6 scale.
They had I watched a couple of the videos from Adepticon, and they actually had a bunch of the models set up. It's huge. It is huge.
It's that much.
Oh my God.
You know, for those people who could buy a car but want to buy
There you go.
Oh wow, there's the
Yeah.
scale. Holy, yes, you can
He's
count
a
him as a
chunky
Titan.
boy.
Yeah, why not? I think if you buy him, he should absolutely. I mean, he is a Titan, so yeah.
Kind of is.
So
I
now
mean,
it
Anyone
seems
should
like
allow that.
Games Workshop is now going for a whale. They're looking for the whale
Yes,
audience
yes.
Yeah.
at this point.
Yep.
And I'm assuming it's fully painted. You're not painting it yourself too, all right?
There
Yeah,
you go.
each
Patty
piece is
has-
hand painted. Yeah.
The correct comment. Followed by this one.
Oh my.
Chronic Toast is asking how many I'm going to buy.
That's
real?
That's the reaction face when you see the price. You're
Oh,
like,
there it is. Yeah.
It looks really good.
$182 a month.
Really good. It looks so
Oh
good.
my gosh.
You can just, buy now, pay later. That's how we live our life. 25% non-refundable deposit required on pre-order. Now, yes, he looks cool. I have no idea where I would even put that thing, to be fair. But
Anywhere you want.
Just on the hood of your car, you just mount him.
really pricey doorstop. Only 750 to be sold. So it will sell all of them. Like, let's be real. This has a huge fan base, and it's the people who want to buy them. Good. Enjoy your product.
You know, I feel like if you could put a lampshade over him and he lights up, then that can go on your nightstand.
Actually, that would be pretty cool. So, all right, I'm done crowding you out, boys. You can reclaim the screen.
Oh wait, there you go.
Yeah. Sorry for reacting so badly to that news.
No, it's that is an honest reaction
It is.
for sure. All right, and so let's see here. The next thing that they went over now. So I grabbed all these images from the first video.
Mhm.
I didn't get them from the second video.
Well,
But-
and you had to break it was all broken up into multiple videos because the stream was had some
Terrible.
technical difficulties as usual.
I want that helmet so I can wear it with a stormtrooper outfit.
Yeah.
Yes, it's
actually,
the right color, right?
I actually sent Louise a message right after. I was like, so, how many are you getting? And should I expect to see it at the store later?
Well, I was going to say, how many is he getting? And are his staff required to wear these now at all times?
Only when adjudicating tournaments, like adjudicating rules, especially if it has a room for a voice box in there, like a microphone, that'd be really sweet.
He said he's going to get 2, so that way I can paint one of them for him. I was like, I don't know, you probably will just like the one that they have, but sure.
So whenever the guy at the stand had them, he had one whenever he was there.
So.
It looks like the eyes are lighting up, right?
Yeah.
Like in this
It
picture.
looks like it.
Now, you might just be able to see through them, and maybe they're being fancy and they just put a light in there. Because if you look at that picture, I think you actually crowded out here. I'm going to hide this for a second. Underneath it there, you can kind of see there's light under it. And that makes me feel like maybe there's something inside that they're lighting up
like
his
the
eyes
base
with.
lights up.
Yeah.
That'd be sad.
Sure.
Yeah, so you can bring that back up. But the guy put it on. I can't tell if is that cast foam or is it actually like a hard piece? I couldn't tell from the guy putting it on and taking it off, but it felt like foam the way he's handling it, but I don't know. I also like the little helmet holder thingy.
Yeah, it is a
It's
cool
actually
stand.
pretty cool.
I just don't know how many people buy that versus how many people just, I don't know, 3D print that stuff now. Like it's
Yeah,
Nowadays,
DJs
I
wanting to
can't
do that.
imagine.
I'm just saying.
Yeah. So
Like
I
with
don't
the
know.
statue of Mephiston, like you get it because it's being professionally painted and it's been really well sculpted. Like I understand that more. A helmet's not that hard to
No.
make.
No.
You have a beautiful helmet, if I recall.
Well, I did
Yeah.
until TSA busted it up.
Yeah. Well, they broke part of it. I can fix it, I think. But I might redesign and print a new one anyway. We'll see.
Yeah. So, what else do we got, boys? Or is that the end
So,
of that
yeah.
video?
So, well, I was just kind of enjoying that they're doing some interesting cosplay stuff.
They
Costume-
are, and that was another theme. It seemed to be of Adepticon because, not to necessarily change topics, but the topic that got brought up in the War Machine keynote speak was them teaming up with Galactic Armory to sell actual cosplay pieces, and they have a really sweet Menoth
a
costume,
Menite,
full costume that you can
yeah.
buy for what, $30 to 3D print yourself and make. So they understand and are leaning into the encouraging fandoms to represent their brand via cosplay.
Well,
I really
it's
like
one of
that.
the things that I think is smart if you can have a lot of stuff like this. I remember, God, several years ago, a lot of years ago, actually,
The other
Attack
day.
on Titan, whenever that was starting to get
Mhm.
big. The bolero jacket, that little canvas looking bolero jacket with the little wings on the back,
wings, yeah.
they just started just manufacturing and just selling them. And so you just saw tons of people at cons and all kinds of stuff running around advertising your anime.
Yes.
Because they're all wearing, they didn't have to make their cosplay. Just a bunch of people were just wearing it like it was just something to wear. And so the more of that you can get, the easier you can let people walk around advertising your intellectual property, the better.
Yeah.
All right. So the next thing, I just grabbed a random shot from it, but this works.
Oh, from Aeronautica.
Yes. Aeronautica Imperialis. So for Warhammer Plus, this is a series. It's like a short series that they're doing. It's only like 3 or 4 episodes, I think. But it's the Aeronautica Imperialis fighting against Eldar fighters. And so it is kind of a dog fighting animation series that they're doing. I don't know much about it, but I grabbed it and thought I'd mention that they were promoting a new animated series on there. Also, I think is smart because having actual stories and movies and stuff like that really helps your game and your audience and all of that stuff. So apparently it's supposed to be kind of giving a little bit of insight into the way the Eldar think as well as the Imperium. So it kind of adds a little more, I don't know, personality to the Eldar and more storytelling. But I don't know much about it other than what they talked about at the keynote.
Or the preview. It was preview, is what they call it.
Yeah. And let's see here. And the last thing that they started on the first video was this.
Oh, yeah, the red.
Now, Paul is a big Kill Team player, as far as I know. So what are your thoughts on this?
Yeah, I've got thoughts on this. And Naomi's a Tyranid player, so she'll have thoughts on this. So it's good. I think we'll agree it's good to have the Red Terror back instead of the horrible Finecast kit.
So nice to make an actual Red Terror. Yep.
Yeah, to an actual Red Terror. So that's amazing. But I'm Kill Team wise, I'm not sure how this works because yes, it's Cadians on the other side, but the opposite Kill Team is the Red Terror and a few Termagants and Homagants.
I could guess based on the fact that Warcry, the Age of Sigmar version of it, has done this before where you can be basically one person could be an enormous monster that's facing off against the other person's small band of warriors. So I'm assuming this is going to be a similar thing.
There's your new model.
And it'll have its own specific monster rules. And might be if Kill Team, I don't remember having that happen before, but it might be the beginning of kill team being more often one monster versus a bunch of other things, this might be the beginning of them doing that for rules
Mm.
sakes. For
Yeah.
particularly the edition, they might do that.
Because in current kill team, there is no, apart from that team of Raveners, there are no Tyranids whatsoever. The first time they came out was where they introduced co-op rules, and you had to play with another Imperium team to fight Homogons and warriors, and they never introduced any Tyranid team until this. So
Hmm.
I think, yeah, this is definitely a way to bring it in, but yeah, I mean, what's coming out as well as this Terror and Devlin is, well, the I've totally forgotten the name, and it's the model I want. The Amble, that's it. The Amble's coming out
Ooh.
as a enemy, which is going to be the same size as, yeah, if you scroll down, keep going.
We're talking about our Spectre squad, or
Yeah, no,
are
keep
you
going.
talking about this stuff?
That's it. Nemesis there.
Nemesis Opera. Okay.
Yeah, you scroll underneath. Yeah,
Oh my.
yeah.
Oh yeah, he looks awesome.
Amble.
Amble looks
Guys,
Yeah.
I like
Yeah,
them
the
so much.
Amble's kind of cool.
I tried to get an Amble twice during the Blackstone Forest release, but every time it sold out. So it's coming back, but they're coming back as these Nemesis releases, and
Okay.
from the description from Adepticon, it's that you buy the book called Nemesis Operative, and they have the rule of these big things that you can use in Kill Team. But it's unclear if they are on co-op or if you can actually use them in game. You know what I mean?
Okay, so
Does.
it sounds like it probably is going to be something like they did for Warcry, which it wasn't, if I recall, you could do it alone. It's been too long since I did the monsters with Warcry. My gosh, it's been years. But yeah, they've done that before with Warcry, where there was a big model that you could face off against, and I never played it much. I think I was swinging into none of their version of 40k back when they were doing that, so I didn't actually get to experience much, but they have experience doing this before, so it sounds like it's exactly as I expected, where probably someone is going to be playing the monster and you're going to be playing against it. Maybe they'll do it more narratively. Feels like there's something about it in the narrative. Anyone who has actually played the Warcry monsters, and they did come out with a book for it. They had both monsters and basically single more valuable characters in that book that you could put in as an ally to your main warband for a bunch of extra points, but you'd be facing off against the monsters.
Hmm.
Yeah.
I mean, that seems fine with me. Could be fun. Some lopsided games. And then yeah, we've got the
like the-
Spectre squad, which is part of that kill team.
I like the Vox Relay beacon there. It looks like he's just a servo skull
Yeah,
with a lot of stuff attached to him.
That does look pretty solid.
Adorable.
So let's see if we can. Oh, there we go. So the kill team here. This looks really neat. Do like their little setup there.
Yeah, the Cadians are totally cool. But
So these are just basically Cadians, right? Like if you bought this,
Yeah.
you could just have them as a unit of special
Yes.
looking Cadians, right?
Yes,
there's the red term.
it's lovely.
He
Really
is
cool looking
very
model.
nice.
Let's see. So if we can move on ahead there. So this is the, I guess the box. So it's just a box with both of them. It's just a whole new kind of, what do you call it? Like 2-team box, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they have said, well, if you believe the wording, they have said stand alone. So Terra will be out on its own. They said standalone for the Amble. So, but yeah, that one you flashed up there, the Nemesis Operatives book. You can make your own boss enemies, which was not released. So you can actually have a dreadnought, like a Space Marine dreadnought, or a Chaos Hellbrute, like just put in the middle of your kill team, firing at everyone.
Is it in your kill team, or is it just almost like a monster that you add to the table?
From the description, it's a monster at the table. Yeah, it says you can't add just a Hellbrute or a Dreadnought, just firing away at anything that's too close.
See, stuff like that's cool. I like being
Yeah.
able to add things like that.
But I'll know more when I get my hands on the book. But yeah,
And so what is that? A Zoat? Oh, there it is. A
Zoat.
Zoat. Yeah. I remember those long time ago.
I-
Introducing those guys.
Don't remember those things. Oh my goodness.
Like in the 90s.
So
Oh.
what are we seeing? Kind of a return to weird? Because I'm
I hope
here
so.
for that.
I think last time I saw him, I was in Blackstone Fortress.
Yes.
So in an expansion.
10
Yeah.
years ago.
twice.
No, they
Yeah.
were many or decades ago when those guys
No,
came out.
that exact model was Blackstone Fortress. Because Cami B in Naomi's Discord said that is an absolute nightmare to put together.
Oh, it's too bad. I was hoping it'd be like a new model, like a different Zoat.
No, it is. It's brand new
So-
in plastic. It's Blackstone Fortress era, just a few years ago. But
Yeah. Well, I was
yeah,
hoping it's a
it's-
different one. Like now you have two different looking Zoats.
Nope.
Okay.
The
No,
answer is
recognize the
no,
pose.
apparently.
At least it looks exactly like what I remember. Same with the Amble, right? Is it? But I don't remember those little guys. I can't remember.
yes, the Amble's the same, and you did get those two little
Okay.
guys.
I never assembled those, so I don't remember.
Because they could, in Blackstone Forest, they could pop out the ground and hold you in place while the Amble ran toward you.
Oh goodness.
As it did.
Yeah, some Horus Heresy stuff, which I don't play, so I can't speak too much to that, unfortunately.
All right. So then we also have some Horus Heresy stuff, which I don't know. Does anyone here really play Horus Heresy at all?
No, but most of the time you can use the tanks in Horus Heresy for 40k anyway, so
Yeah.
that's where most people go with it. Or they convert. The Horus Heresy models look pretty well fantastic across the board, so people do all sorts of conversions to their 40k armies.
Can you use? Do they are the data slates the same? Because I thought they had kind of made them different for Horus Heresy, and because when they first introduced the Heresy stuff, you could just use all this in 40k, and then I thought with the last edition or two, they kind of split them off some.
Well, I know that, for example, I absolutely adore knights, so I know that all of the
Yes.
Horus Heresy Cerastus knights have rules for Horus Heresy, which I haven't read, but I have read the rules for 40k, and you could absolutely use them. I don't remember if there's such rules for the tanks, but most people just convert to what they like. They get what they like, and then they just convert to whatever is closest fits.
Right. So they're still using a 40k data slate voice.
And these weird little Ogren look kind of cool. I never cared about Ogren at all until we started playing Darktide. And then I
Darktide,
just
I
really
know.
liked them after
You get
that.
really endeared to them.
Yes.
I think they look like really big, thick Ghostbusters. Am I the only one? That's just what I think they are. I like them.
I don't know. They're little hand weapons.
Yeah, I've
Like,
seen
very
that.
odd. They look almost more like something out of Dune to me.
I like
Yeah.
it.
I get Dune vibes out
Look
of
at
that.
that drill. My gosh, that'll do some work.
But like not the new one, the old Dune from like
Like
the
80s Dune, like David Lynch Dune.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, a Sting, Dune.
Yes. So they look cool, but I don't know. They just have a different look to them.
Yeah, probably fine. What else you got?
Well, let's see what else we got. Wait a minute. Yeah, he's still an Ogren. He looks small enough that I wondered if it was the squats.
No.
But so the rapier. So these are also older models too that are kind of interesting. They're bringing in.
I like them. I'm assuming they have indirect fire.
Yeah. Yep. Well, those look like they're shooting at the ground, right? So those go underground and pop up. They do have a lot of stuff like that in 40K. I wouldn't be surprised at all.
Okay. Let's skip a little forward because I still want to talk about the new rules.
So
I like
And I'd like to talk about some War Machine before we run out of time. Nobody cares about old or Horse Heresy.
is that true? Not even the Battle of Talarn, which I like. I like the Talarn Raiders. I would like for those guys to show back up.
Yeah.
Let's see, what else do we have?
Yeah, well, I had
Got-
a quick scan the Golden Demon as well.
Yeah.
But
Warhammer
Yeah.
Underworlds, which I didn't even know people even still played. So
Yeah,
it's kind of
yeah,
interesting seeing that they're still supporting it.
It's just they started, I think, retiring out armies. So a lot of stuff we played, I don't think is in the current stuff.
I am
No?
very anti-retiring armies. I don't like that.
Nope.
Very against it.
You know what, Thomas Grable? We can probably do that. And I say that because due to my schedule for April, we're actually going to have another live show next Wednesday instead of in 2 weeks, and then just go 2 weeks from there because otherwise I wasn't going to be back until May.
Yeah. So as long as we start next week and then doing every other week from there, then we actually can still do live shows.
But yeah, I'll happily dive all into the War Machine stuff. We want to do that next week, and then I can be more prepared for it. So, okay.
So,
But yeah, no,
Underworld
I mean,
stuff.
I like seeing old world. I liked Warhammer Underworlds, like a little bit. I did get to play with it. I don't care about War Rim. Sorry.
So is this based off of they introduced these because of the animation that went into theaters
Ye-
recently? Is that
Presumably.
a lot of this is based on?
Yeah, they said that it was based off of it.
Okay,
Hmm.
that would make sense then. So I didn't
Yeah.
see that.
Me
don't
neither.
know.
Barely anybody did.
I didn't hear good things about it, so I kind of dipped out.
Yeah,
Now
Time
these,
to-
I mean, these look cool. These look a lot like the original,
they do.
stuff
They
from
look
the
good.
earlier Lord of the Rings stuff. So,
They
hard
look
to
really
argue.
nice.
but
Yeah.
I don't know that any of us play the Lord of the Rings miniature game.
Mhm. I might have if the original models weren't so horrible.
Like when it first started coming out, not so big.
Well, even the current models, they're really old and pretty harsh.
Ah.
But these new ones look great.
These do look good. I do like the sculpts on them.
Look at those riders
Those
of Rohan.
lovely,
Those
normal-looking
look so
horse
lovely. Yes, right?
Look at those big old hooves.
No, they are good looking models. What do we got going on here?
Some giants.
Oh, so we got Age of Sigmar then.
Yep, Cities of Sigmar from looks of it. Oh, and Skaven.
That's a fair bit of love for LOTR, by the way.
That's good to know.
To answer your question, 50 character. Primarily, we're all analog gamers here. I mean, we'll play video games too. Like I do love me some Dark Tide and entirely too much WoW, but for the most part, tabletop games are where it's at.
That's me as well. I have time for one or the other.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Cog Fort.
At least is that a moving fortress on legs?
Yeah. Looks like
I
it's swamped
like
around.
it.
I was telling DJ that, you should totally get something like that and find other parts of a chessboard also, because it's definitely the rook.
For real. I mean, it actually looks like something that could be in War Machine easily. Spirit. Well, there you go. Gotta love some Skaven. All the love for Skaven.
So Spearhead, City of Ash. So it looks like
A new board game.
a new box set, probably is my
Yeah.
guess. So we're not really Age of Sigmar people. I don't. We could kind of go through some of this, and boy, I don't know. I wouldn't know much of what I was talking about on it.
All right. talk about 40K then. New edition. Come on.
Ryan looks surprised.
The not very good, well-kept secret.
No, I mean, whenever they announced that they were hoping to have, what was it, like a 3-year cycle, basically, to churn the player base, then everyone, I mean, you're talking to a bunch of nerdy gamers. Of course they're going to, like, be onto you, I guess. Yeah,
Focus
so
on
they're
a new
focusing on a new
region.
region of the galaxy. This is going to be focused on Armageddon. Prior to that, it was all the Pariah Nexus, very Necron-heavy lore from the last edition, as I recall. They had the Silent King returning. They had the Pariah Nexus, where they have this weird, what was it called? The Stilling or something like that, where there's planets were all affected by some weird Necron energy because Necrons are also Time Lords, and that was creating some crazy stuff. So
So is
we're
that
kinda
what
getting
that
back
is?
to-
It's just a big TARDIS that they move around in? Is that
no,
like a big-
no, but they have technology that allows you to, like, one of their weapons with whatever weird, I think, Catan powered energy they had is to like freeze time for like a millisecond or something, and then unfreeze it where it just slams all the molecules together. Like, it's a big weapon. And one of the White Dwarf stories, before I kind of stopped following it because I wasn't really a fan of how well it was being written, but it was a story of like a ship having been impacted by weird time pulses because the Adeptus Mechanicus were transporting a relic that the Necrons wanted, and they attacked the ship with this weird time device in order to do it. So yeah, it's crazy. So 11th edition, it's going to be, I mean, it's on Armageddon, so we got Guard, we got Space Marines, some fun stuff there. They are making some changes to the models. They're bringing older armor marks back, is what they said.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I haven't
So-
actually
Like for Space
heard
Marines?
any of the new rules coming up, so I'm unfamiliar so far.
Well, I knew that you were looking at some of them, and one of the things we liked is that they're changing the objectives where terrain is now your objective
Oh, I
instead of
did
just
hear
a
that.
marker. I love that. That's I think that's huge for war games, personally.
Well,
I'm assuming you'll be choosing the terrain when it's laid down. Which one's going to be the markers? I'm assuming.
Yeah, probably.
steal that spot here. So
Or they're just going to make their own terrain to have to be the markers. I say that's probably not what they're going to do.
So regarding the objectives, no more circles. Yay. So the terrain footprints will determine control of key locations, relics, and fortifications. So as they are rectangular blocks in whatever Lego shapes that determine your building footprint. I assume that will probably remain fairly similar. They may change the layouts slightly, but there tends to be a pretty specific layout for what counts as terrain. But the entire terrain is now the controlling objective,
Which is
means
much more immersive. I like that.
exactly.
Hmm.
And that was their whole theme. They're going way more narrative with the stories. The missions are
I'll
actually
take it.
key.
I'll take it all day.
Oh no, I was very excited. Like, this was really like it was so much of what I wanted to hear. The objectives are going to be that whole terrain. The missions themselves are actually based on what your own army list is. I'm trying to remember if they
Oh, right. I
determine
remember
that here.
reading that.
Yeah, so your choice of detachments will affect the missions. So that is to say that, you know, if you're bringing, I don't know, like the Catachan detachment or the Krieg detachment and stuff, your missions will be themed to what they are. So I could see them doing that in a dumb way, but maybe I'm going to be hopeful that this is actually pretty fun. So yeah, armies that specialize in holding ground will be rewarded for doing so, while forces that may be optimized for disrupting enemy plans or killing lots of enemies will be rewarded for doing that too. So it's designed to lean into whatever the army's strengths are. So there's that, instead of you pulling a card, because everybody plays tactical missions and you're like, cool, I have to, I don't know, like bring down some crazy monstrous creature, and the only one left on the board is the Silent King. It's some impossible objective that you're not really able to do. Now, they said the terrain rules are being changed. So the default bonus for cover now impacts hit rolls instead of saves, which is what it should have always been. And units are generally far easier to hide than they previously were. So I wonder if they're going to change it where if one model is in cover, it all is in cover, and you don't have to try and fight as much with the true line of sight stuff. Maybe. But
That would be
we'll
nice
see that
because
comes.
that was a much easier way of doing it.
Well, one of the so to that point, they mentioned they wanted to be more narrative and they wanted to make things faster. So if you're like something's obviously in cover and you just give that to everybody instead of determining who has what, that should speed that up, I would think. So then it says combat. They're making some changes for a cleaner fight phase. So changes include more flexibility for picking targets. So what that means is you roll your charge dice, then you determine who you are charging instead of having failed charges when you need a 7 to get somewhere and you fail that roll. You can roll and then see who you actually have range to. So they changed the order of that. And then fast dice rolling. We'll see what that ends up looking like. And then
So easier to get into melee combat. Interesting.
and changes to the order of consolidation and pile in moves. I think they said that's all one thing now. So yeah, major changes with the combat stuff. I'm most excited about the objectives, change to the missions being more specialized too. Although what I suspect that means is all those 70 different detachments are going to have their own like set of cards that we're probably going to have to deal with, which will mean that it's basically impossible to know what everybody's missions are. So.
I don't imagine that shift in Warhammer rules is ever organic these days. So who knows why they do the things that they do?
It's hard to say, Matthew. I know with last edition, I feel like they took loads and loads from War Machine by having the detachments be basically themeless and having everybody have these special rules and the loadout stuff. I feel like a lot of it was inspired. Now, where it is going now, I feel like is probably inspired from maybe other things. I don't know as far as the organized play of the missions, for example.
I am, however, all for games taking from other games what actually works really well.
Yeah.
So.
Yep. I have no issue with that.
Spreading good ideas. I'm good for that.
So, the other thing with the army building is you can have multiple detachments now in your lists. So that will also presumably affect the missions you're getting. So you can have, I guess, multiple detachments. So I'm assuming 2 or more will be there. 70 new detachments. Are we going to see a return to Elysians or Valhallans or Vestroyans? Like, do you think any of them are coming back? I've seen like Krieg come back, and I guess we're getting Steel Legion, but I've not heard a peep about all of the other old
tournament organizers, and they're dealing with these terrain kits in that they have to now be. That was one of my first thoughts when I heard the objectives are going in terrain kits are coming back into play, because as a tournament organizer, making certain that it's fair for everyone was hard enough, and now making certain you've got the terrain that no one is going to have an advantage over. I'm glad I'm not having to worry about that for now.
Well, yeah, I mean, I'm sure they'll have their own kits, but I mean, it's GW, so maybe they for the tournaments they'll require you to have GW terrain, but I imagine plenty of official tournaments will have 3D printed terrain, and you are going to get the acrylic footprints. And you are going to have the acrylic footprints, and as long as they fit on there, then that's actually your objective. That's how I imagine that will practically work.
Well, that would be an enormous investment and time investment for a tournament organizer if he had to do any amount of terrain. That would be a lot for a tournament.
It would be indeed.
I once ran tournaments at the shop, but with the lockdowns back in 2021,
Yeah.
the store had to be entirely changed to just be product because you'd get enormous fine if you brought anyone in during that time. So not anymore, not currently. It just wasn't feasible, and that would require an awful lot of extracurricular time that I don't have nor can afford in Canada 2026. The staff required to keep those on the go. So not currently. Once upon a time, it used to be I used to be running tournaments at least 5 times a week. That is
Oh my
that is
goodness.
That was a
yeah.
lot.
That is a
Yeah.
lot.
And yeah, it's really hard to want to go back to all of those extracurricular hours. I've gotten so used to
Having that time to yourself.
Well, you do a lot of demos now, I think,
yes,
right?
yeah. So I still teach people how to play, still teach people how to paint, weekly paint times with people I allow to it. And I regularly still teach people how to play, and then the where you see the battle reports, generally speaking, the more recent battle reports, has been the table that I leave set up so that I can teach people how to play on a regular basis. But that's as much as I can do for the moment.
I kind of agree with Jeremy here. Just give a little nod.
I mean, open game,
Open gaming is where it's
but
at.
narrative. I think narrative tournaments are fun. Narratives do have their place, and it's always going to be a tournament because you have the timed games, and that isn't bad. It depends. Like sometimes you want to just relax and have a 7-hour game with somebody because you're just hanging out and you're breaking for lunch and you're, I don't know, like poking through the rules or relearning it or whatever. And those are fun. And then also sometimes you want to just grind through like 7 games in a weekend and really like feel like you know some of the rules down pat. So I understand both.
Yeah.
I love the old narrative table layouts that tell a story. Miss that from the older editions. I mean, it sounds like, and the way they're saying it, and we'll see how it, manifests in reality, but it sounds like the new edition, tournaments and casual play are all going to have narrative themes. And so presumably you can continue to push a stronger narrative story personally as you're playing your games. Oh,
So,
what is this?
This is the type of narrative games that I feel like we should play. Kind of curious to see your thoughts on this.
I see
Yeah, I saw this.
really enjoyed that.
Oh my goodness. Tom and Jerry. They did a really
Yeah.
good job animating that. Yeah. This is the I haven't seen it yet, but these are Joy Toys, right?
Yes. Yeah, so
Good
there's
job,
several
Mark.
of these that are actually fantastic. But yes, I would get your opinion on some of these for narratives, future narrative events.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Those are orcs. It's so cute.
That's amazing. Yeah. I mean, this is how I feel like most wargaming goes anyway.
Yeah, pretty much.
I love that.
So this is, there you go. Like how Toast puts together the bolt action stuff.
He does such a
Just
great
like
job.
it.
I love our bolt action campaigns. They Yeah, put them up.
And in Angron.
When Angrons butcher
Butcher
nails.
nails.
This is the- feels very on brand somehow.
This is way more grim dark than the Warhammer Plus animations, I feel.
What is it, like that meme of like how I see myself, how my friends see myself, how my mom sees myself? What it really is?
Now, why this guy isn't working for Warhammer Plus, I don't know.
I don't know. This is animated very well.
Yeah.
It's fantastic.
So,
Titus's nap time.
yes.
Oh.
Here we go. I think you need 2 different rule sets. One narrative with all the bells and whistles, and one for tournaments.
We'll see.
Hmm.
Because if you, I don't know, force, I guess, all of the really crazy competitive people to have to deal with those bells and whistles, it might make for a friendlier player base.
That would
Might
be
a
nice.
controversial take.
Yeah. Yeah. It makes me all relaxed if it's narrative. Definitely.
I like that he has a little Tyrannid there.
So how
This
long
is
can't we
comfort.
send it on?
Hello.
It's a dead Tyrannid.
Oh, the Tyrannid looks so cute.
It's a Leviathan, isn't it?
Yes.
The Burning of Prospero.
I love the little frame of their like inspiration that they keep showing, which I think works perfectly.
See that. Yeah.
Wow.
My first day.
What is
That
it?
is so adorable.
Mortrion's Illusion. Oh, that's fun.
Watarian.
Oh wow, that's great.
People.
Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful.
Wow, look at the color.
Yeah. All right.
More
Oh.
of that, please.
And
That
that's
was
40K.
awesome.
That's 40K. Well, we've hit that time where we need to go over our Facebook photos and then get
Yes.
out of here.
Hmm.
But I'll be back next week and it'll be an all War Machine show, I promise. Dexter coming in with his finished table for
That's so pretty.
Trey Parker.
Wow, that looks fantastic.
That was in the process before we saw it last time, right?
Yeah, he's
Yes.
been working it
Uh-huh.
for some
Oh, it's so
time.
pretty.
I know.
That's a different one you're thinking of. He made this last week.
Just, knocked that out one afternoon. He's bored. I've 100% completed the Trey Parker Blood and Plunder table. It took me just under 1 year to build. I'm currently filming a battle report on it before they pick it up.
Ooh.
Well, that will be certainly worth watching. Look at this. It'll be so cinematic.
Oh, pretty.
A lot of cards.
Oh, in the chat, Jeremy says he's the next guest.
With Jeremy. Oh. Do you want to be on? Will you be nice? We're talking about War Machine. That is a beautiful board. See, there you go. Like these really cool cinematic shots. What we just watched with all the stop motion animation. Can you imagine that on this kind of board?
Oh man. Oh, so great.
A whole thing. And everything is just hand built. It's stunning and beautiful. So great job, Dexter. Good job on the board. I'll miss seeing the progress pictures. You're just gonna have to start a new one. Jeremy showing off his Cyclops guy.
That looks like.
Oh,
an
that
old
looks
school.
that looks like the colors and everything. That actually feels a lot like the Harryhausen
Yeah.
style. I like
Yeah.
that a lot.
Yeah. Yeah, Jason and the
Argonauts.
Argonauts.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
was gonna say Argonauts. Yeah.
Yeah.
Good job.
Solid.
Nice.
Followed by another. It can also be in that world. Bring on the square bases. We're gonna have some.
Where are these
hero
models from? They look like they're metal.
They might be.
I
Jeremy,
suspect
where are
a
they
number
from?
of them are.
Are they? I
Yes,
thought
dwarf.
Jeremy printed them.
Have my axe.
Ooh, I like that guy.
And my blade.
That's the golden voyage of Sinbad.
And my mantelpiece.
It is great. Matthew coming in with some troll bloods. Looking sweet. This guy throwing dynamite. You can see all
Oh, I
the
remember that.
smoke. Warhammer War Machine models like to put the model in the smoke. I love facing. That's really beautiful. This like ninja guy here with his Maddox coming at you.
Very pretty color, blue.
Yeah, no, the trolls in War Machine actually are really interesting characters, and they have these kinds of really strong blue colors, or I think mostly blue more than green. But this guy, he's being sneaky. You can't
He's
see
very
him.
sneaky.
Super sneaky. No idea where he is. This is Corporal Rule Felai. His eye is fell. Not great for a sniper, but he makes it work. Paul, where'd this model come from?
Oh, well, had a Kill Team Con Berserker team for a while, and I painted them basically like just tabletop quality, but I touched them up just recently. And I was thinking, is this kind of, I didn't want to do it too much, but is this kind of like okay for like, tabletop quality?
This is plenty
Like-
for tabletop
Yeah,
quality.
by all means.
Is it?
Absolutely.
All right.
There's no basing.
Right. I know there's no base.
Yeah,
I
base
didn't
your
do
model.
Oh, yeah.
I take it back. Never mind. Never mind.
Some grass on there.
If it's not based, it is not ready for tabletop.
But for me, either way, for me, Con Berserkers, I wanted to keep it kind of minimal. That's why it's just like black, red, gold.
Well, it looks
Definitely.
good
Keep
because it's
it-
actually like a really rusty looking metal and,
Yeah.
and gold. So it
Because
It
that's why I
fits.
was apprehensive to like. I touched up a little bit of it, but I was apprehensive because I wanted to keep it that kind of black, red, gold, and then a little bit silver. I didn't want to do too much, you know what I mean? And there's Chainsaw Man.
Oh my gosh.
but it's not just Chainsaw Man.
No,
Well, it's Chain Sword Man now, right?
it's
Chainsaw
Chainsaw
Man.
Marine.
Chainsword Marine. This is the horrors that 3D printing gets you now. Got some Imperial stuff here in his little crab hand. Oh my god. One of these days I will read the Chainsaw Man. But
Well, it's always weird because it's only half of his hand. The chainsaw is his middle finger, basically. So
Oh my gosh.
you only get like two little digits on one side of the blade and two on the other, so they look like little pincers.
they do look like
Yeah,
that.
yeah, true. In the anime, they do come out the middle of his hands. Yes. To be fair, that was in
Why is this
his
tiny?
Discord before it came out.
Sorry,
So-
Ruben, I don't know. It came out tiny, but I'm seeing
Ah.
either Bolt Action or Conflict 47. Which one is this?
Feels
That
like you
looks
got
like-
the thumbnail of it.
I think
It's a
that's.
howitzer.
Yeah, it's mighty.
I really like the pink.
Don't ask these questions, Mike.
He uses a bidet.
Uses the 3 seashells, okay?
Yes, the 3
That's a really nice looking model. It's missing some people. Who's running that thing?
Hands to man it. There, that's a good good in picture. What is happening?
Oh, yeah,
here?
that looks
I
much
don't
better.
understand what that weapon is. That looks like
That's a
Dune
Conflict 47 weapon, is what that is.
Buggy. Okay.
That's retro futuristic.
The other one was a BS3 super heavy AT. Okay. Very Mad Max. Oh my god, that's amazing. I would definitely do that if I like ran a hotel. I just keep this. Well, I say that, I don't know if people actually trying to use it. Ruben also bringing up a tank. Soviet tanks, which means
Yeah,
I'll
I was about
probably
to say that looks like I can't remember some IS, but I like him. I like that one.
No, it's
That
really
looks
cool.
really
So at Valhalla, we have this really sweet bolt action campaign hosted by the Chronic Toast and his team, who put on these amazing narrative campaigns, these tables. He builds multiple tables that the terrain cohesively goes from one type to another. And so it's like you come on to the shore from the water into a little township, into like a factory district, into like a parking lot. It's super, super intricate and very, very picturesque, I guess, to play. But he also is very generous and lets me borrow his Soviets because it's fun to play with those.
That looks really nicely painted.
It's
That
the sturdy
looks like
cat.
some kind of T-34. Yes,
Could be.
definitely. Some kind of T-34. I like it. Cute little backpacks.
It is.
Nice.
Yeah, no, that's cool. Little gas cans and all that. So
Yeah.
prepared. Little do you know that
Those
this is just full of like
T-34.
dirt and sawdust. There's nothing actually in there.
Actually, the after watching The Beast, I realized that those red cans are just full of alcohol. There's no fuel in those.
Soviet history is fascinating. Thomas coming in with
Fantastic.
heavy hitter as usual. Oh my goodness. So here we've got a monstrosity from the Cephalics in War Machine. And if I recall, you won an award at Adepticon. Is that correct, Thomas? Yeah, everybody recognizes stuff. He's so solid. Look at this guy. Let me see. Do I have multiple shots of this feller?
Oh my goodness. Look at all that non-metal metal.
Yeah. No, he's
Ooh.
he's crazy like that. He won all the awards.
All the words. Yeah, it's like the veins.
Beast. Talk about an underrated war movie. It is really good.
It's a great
Toenails, bolts,
Very much so.
edges.
Yeah, if anyone hasn't seen The Beast, definitely watch it.
Pressure
Aberration
gauge.
won gold for large model in the P3 painting competition.
There you go.
Ah,
That's
V3.
why. I mean, is anybody surprised?
Beautiful.
He's gonna be at Valhalla this year, so I'm gonna be like, I say this, I'm like, I want to watch you paint. I don't even want to emulate it. I just want to watch it. Some more Thomas with some trolls again. Mighty.
Did we just jump past one, or did that look
No,
weird?
it was this one and then this
Oh,
one.
okay.
It just zoomed
Yeah.
out.
Oh, that's what I saw.
Yeah.
That guy has character. I like him.
Mhm.
The Trollbloods usually do. He's pretty fun. Some friend he's got here on his back. What's going on there?
Starfish.
Starfish friend
Starfish
has
with
his
its
own little
own-
pistol.
I was
Yeah.
just trying to figure that out. Who's holding that other gun? So Patrick is
Well,
holding
actually,
the other gun.
He's better.
Yeah, I was about to say a Barrack Star. It's got a hold of it.
Yes.
Oh my. Oh yeah, it's got. So he has 3 shots. Clearly.
Yeah. Sorry, Naomi. What are you going to say?
I recently watched. It was a German-made movie called The Tiger,
Oh.
about a tank commander for a tiger. It was a really neat one to watch.
Oh wow.
It's like a German film, not
Yeah.
just about Germany.
No, it was a German film called The Tiger. I can't remember which streaming service it was on, but it seemed like it was great. And then I had to watch it. You could get it dubbed, but I absolutely had to hear the original actors all in German speaking, and you just read their subs. very interesting
has one
one to
gold
see the
also.
inside of a tiger being because you're basically the entire movie you're in the inside of the tiger for most of it.
Man, what an
Is
inexpensive way to make a
Alexander-
movie. You're just inside a tank.
Is Alexander Skarsgård in this?
So I don't know. I don't know any of the names of the actors.
Oh, no. This is a different one. Sorry, I'm on IMDb right now trying to look up this movie.
No worries.
So he
Kithgar?
says he's one gold also.
Probably
Okay.
doesn't have
No,
Demi Moore
So
in
it's
it.
his pig galley crew, one gold for the unit category as well.
Nice.
Hmm.
There you go.
All right. I like his little chef hat. That's really great. And then he's got, I guess, dinner over his back there. No, the pigs always have a lot of personality. They're really fun.
Pigs are great.
And aboard at Adepticon, I think is what he said. Narrative event at Adepticon, because we've moved into everybody enjoying narratives. That makes me so happy. Look at these sweet portals. I'm coming in. Oh, I wonder if that's
Those are cool.
Monster Fight Club terrain. Look really good.
I think
Or is this 3D prints from the tribes?
I think the statue is a 3D print, right? Isn't that one of the new 3D
a lot of
prints?
these are. Yeah, they should be. Although this may be as well. Golly, that looks really cool. Look at that. Yeah, this whole board is... Okay, so this is probably built with foam. All four corners. That would probably be foam.
Brainiacs made it.
Oh,
Okay, nice.
Oh, it was called the Tank.
Just the tank?
oh, the tank.
Oh, fair enough. The aptly
Okay, I
named,
was looking
very
for it.
German, Germanly designed name, the tank.
But sometimes it also says it's called the Tiger, but it's at
That
least on
happens
Google it
regionally.
says
Some
the
movies
Tiger.
will get renamed for different,
Yeah.
regions and markets they sell to.
Okay. Oh, so this is a 2025 movie.
Mhm.
Wow.
This is a 5-man crew of a German Tiger tank is sent on a secret mission far behind the fiercely contested front line.
Okay. Well, I have another tank.
I just found it really interesting to see exactly what it was like inside.
Oh God, I bet.
That was my favorite part. It showed exactly what it would be like to be a part of a tank crew inside a tiger for the entire movie, and
Yeah.
cute.
Well, we need to call it here. We're actually a little bit over time. So I'm sorry we didn't get to the Golden Demon winners.
Not quite yet.
No, not quite yet. We're not done.
There was something I was going to show Miranda
Okay.
that she hasn't seen, but since, she hasn't seen it, I thought I'd show her on here because I found it to be really cool. So I'm going to add this to stage. Is anyone familiar? I don't know if it's an indie band. It's called Bronco Forte, and they have a D&D inspired music video that I thought was really cool. And their music's
Yeah. It's got the style for sure.
Yeah. No, that's pretty solid. Why is there a ring on the camera lens? They're gonna go to a dungeon.
yes.
Man. This looks fun to be in. Walking in the woods. Oh wow, they matted the image. That's fun.
Oh, cute.
I just want to point out the detail in all of these.
This is
Like half of it's hand drawn, and then you know what I mean, green screen, and then other stuff. It's really cool.
It's a mix. Huh. Ooh, purple.
we're in a spooky forest.
Including that is a model.
That is a model, but it
Isn't that
It's
fantastic?
very small, but it works.
See, they're figure out ways to solve it. They're all failing. Idea.
Idea indeed. Oh man, he's about to lose his weapon. Oh yeah. Ah! Oh no, he wicked witched himself in the east. True fact toast.
Oh no.
That's cool. No, this
Those
animation.
are cute gazebos.
It's fun. Oh no, they're gonna get crushed.
I would watch a
Agreed.
whole movie made like this.
A
You know?
whole movie?
Yes.
Why not?
Right? It is way
What would
cool.
it take? I mean, there's a lot of little props, but they're not specifically difficult.
In the chat, Patty's asking where the link is.
Oh, that went badly for her. Oh no. Down,
I
and then there were two.
We will add a link to this video.
I
Actually,
also got
It's like
Monty
it's a
Python
city
vibes.
place.
I love these little skeletons because they're
Oh, I see.
obviously
what they
like,
did. That
the
works great.
costume.
Yes, it works great. You just do it on a black screen. Ah! This is fun. Oh, we got the wizard.
Those little hand motions.
What are we gonna be down to? This is great. See, Thomas understands.
But there's so much creativity in this that it's hard not to want to showcase it.
Well, there's a lot of creativity here. It's like, oh.
And there it
On the
is.
Illuminati.
And of course, as a fan of Clutch, you can understand why I enjoy this music.
I
And
think
now he's one of Paul's dice.
this is one of Paul's. Yes, exactly. Wait a minute, that's somebody else. Oh, because he trapped him. Oh no. Lovely. Very creatively done.
Fantastic.
Very creatively done. I love it.
So
I
I,
just
wanted,
love-
wanted to showcase that before we left.
I absolutely adore videos like that where they're just totally having fun.
Well, they're having fun, but you're having fun with them. Like you can watch people where they film something, you could tell they had a lot of fun doing it, but it's boring. This, you're having fun with them, which is really nice, and that is the right way to do it. So cool.
So yes, we will definitely add a link to this video so that you guys can view this music video as well, because it's super cool. Again, it is, sorry, finding my thing here. This is Bronco Forte. This one's called Lightning Scar. So yeah, look for the link below that we'll add in a little bit.
Excellent. Well, thank you all for hanging out with us as we had our Adepticon, I guess, part 1 coverage, because this was just the DW stuff. But next week, we'll be talking about all of the War Machine changes coming. Naomi, thank you so much for joining my stream tonight, and happy birthday again.
Thanks, you too. And
Make
thanks for the
sure-
invite.
Of course, make sure to go check out her channel and check out her Starcraft videos,
Mhm.
especially her sweet, sweet Kerrigan cosplay. Looking awesome. So, and we'll be back in 1 week. We'll actually be back next week on the 8th and go 2 weeks from there. So hopefully I don't throw too many of you for a loop when I live stream next week. All right. You guys have a great night.
Bye bye.
Barry, cover me. All right, guys, this is it. Copy that. wrong with this place? I'm in the west corridor. I'm right outside the generator room. I'm out of bullets.